What's up, everyone? Nick the Comic Nerd here, doing my Nick's Nerd Word, my reviews for the week in comic books I read. Nice size stack here, great books, a lot of good books. Hope you guys enjoyed your reads as well this week. We'll get into it. Just putting up the link for the CBC Awards. I'm also just gonna change my name to Spoiler Comic Reviews. Spoilers. Sorry. Nick Nerdward, up to episode 15. Super cool. I've skipped a handful of weeks, but we're here. Very excited to do this. Show you guys some books. What's up, Remy Q? Thanks for hanging out, dude. Appreciate you as always. Make sure tomorrow you guys check out my my 400 subscriber entry video. Will be up on how to win some giveaways. So I think, like I said, I have at least 5 giveaways right now. I might add a few more. We will see. What's up, Trav? Thanks for hanging out, dude. Appreciate it. What the deuce? What's going on, man? What is up? I still have Star-Lord displayed. He's on one of these shelves right here, dude. He got me a Secret Santa 2 years ago, last year for Christmas, not this past year, the one before it. So thank you again so much, obviously. All right, let's get into some reviews. So great books this week. I don't have anything bagged and board. I'm going to do that all later tonight. Again, thank you for 400 subscribers. I can't say it enough, but let's do this. We have up first Star Wars Darth Vader number 29, the Techno Reunion. Really good read. So this book wasn't exactly about Vader. This was a lot of Oshi, who I really like this Oshi character. I've been saying it a lot. I think his character has been very, very good. We learned mostly about him in Star Wars Episode 9. This is basically a story that's still running the whole thing. The Padme lookalike, Sabi. I can't remember how to pronounce her name, and how Vader had her go where one of Padme's other lookalikes were, and they switched places. So pretty scary because she's kind of turned evil and now in a good place, like harming people. It's really good, really great run. Brings in some of the bounty hunter stuff, so it's cool because it kind of keeps crossing over a little bit. So it's very good, very well done. Next up, we have Punisher 10, and we have Punisher 11. So the Avengers go in and they try to take down the Punisher, who's going on what he calls his final mission. And like I was saying last time, Maria, his wife, has been the narrator of the story. And the more and more you see of Maria, they show a little bit more of her body. She's got those bullet holes in her. So when I thought she had a bullet hole in her cheek, I was correct. I just know that from prior comics and from the show and stuff, knowing how her and the family died. And she's still looking for the kids. She finds the gravesite and it has all of them there. And I thought there was a grave for Punisher, for Frank Castle there. And he returns and Maria is pissed. It is not good. The High Priestess is still alive. I was wrong when I said that he killed her or had her killed. That was wrong. But this has been a crazy good Marvel run. This is one of the few Marvel runs I'm reading. I'm reading a lot more DC stuff, as you're about to see. But yeah, so this was good. Definitely worth checking out. I thought this was the perfect place to stop, to be honest. I thought that the run was over. I thought that they had it all kind of locked down. And I saw that there's another issue because this issue ends where Frank is on the park with his kids and family. And you learn that the High Priestess sent the assassins after them and had them killed. And that would wake the beast that the Punisher now is. So pretty wild ride to get here. 11 issues to get there. Really good. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have enough bad things. I don't have good things to say about it. I think it's a good read. I'm really only reading that, Daredevil, and Ghost Rider from Marvel. So on to some DC stuff. That's been really good. First up, I have Batman, the Brave and the Bold, #1. The back of the book says, I also have a knife, but you can't have that yet. So I read this last night. There's 4 stories in here. 4 or 3. I'm sorry. Hold on, let me check. I think there were 4. Pretty positive there's 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is the Simone de Mayo cover. Really good. The first story is a Tom King story. It's by far the best one in the run. Fantastic. It's a Joker story, and basically how Jim Gordon and all the police officers, the whole force is at somebody's house for a robbed diamond, and you learn that the diamond is already gone, and the owner is gone too. Larry, what's up, dude? Thank you for stopping by. You learned that the diamond is already gone. In the meantime, somebody keeps calling the police about his kid gone missing in this Tom King story. It was the longest one in this book as well. It's a little bit of a thick book. And nobody is responding. And you find out that the little girl is with the Joker, and she tells him a joke, and she thinks he's her friend, and she brings him back to her house, and of course things go wrong. It just doesn't go well. It's very like sad. It's very terrifying, the story. What's up, Brandon? Thanks for stopping by. Very, very rough. And also in the story, Batman is really dark. So he's like with somebody who he brings to a train track, and they're about to get run over, and he hardly saves the guy. Like, the guy's just cursing and screaming, saying like he's innocent, this and that. It gets wild. The second story was, let me just double check. Second story was good too. It was called Stormwatch, Down with the Kings. I'm just flipping through it real quick, just to get a reminder. I worked from 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. Yeah, I didn't like this story, actually. This is Director Bones is running up a new team, and I don't remember what they're after, but I felt like this was a little too long, even though it wasn't very long at all. So not great. I think the Tom King run would be the only reason to pick this back up. There was a Superman Order of the Black Lamp by Christopher Cantwell. That was a really good story. Let me just flip to that. It was really short as well. So it's cool that the Brave and the Bold is back. This is all about how Clark and Superman are going to, even though the same person, are going to write stories together because Lois needs some action for the Daily Planet. And Clark says, like, if I have Superman write them with me, it'll look a little bit better. So really cool, very well thought out. And the final one, Heroes of Tomorrow, was by Dan Mora, and it's all black and white, kind of like Future State Gotham was. So I think this is like their Future State Batman kind of deal. So pretty cool, worth checking out. Very, very intriguing. Like I said, probably worth reading issue 2 when it comes out, even though it's an $8 book. That's the hard part for me, is I've been telling you guys I'm trying to cut back on books, and now I'm going to pay for one book for the price of 2, and that makes it a little bit tough to sit with. So next up, great story, DC Cyborg #1, the Dawn of DC Cyborg #1. Really great story about Vic Stone returning home. His mom is gone, and he finds out that his dad is dead. So he goes to his dad's office, and his secretary is all upset and like, he had a heart attack. I was here 10 minutes later. I could have saved him. I was running late that day. And Victor was just like, no, it's okay. And he decides to go into his, there's somebody else who his dad, Silas, ended up like hooking up with he helped him build a company, and it's all about like robots, and they're in the street and stuff, and they're all going around. They do like meal plans. It's kind of to make like the world healthy, kind of like really relatable in a way. And you go in and find out that Victor goes to his home, his original home. He's in his bedroom looking at stuff, and a robot comes into his dad's bedroom, and he goes in there to fight him, and he sees it's his dad as like a cyborg, as a robot. So he's like half human, half robot. It's pretty sick, really good. Highly recommend going for issue #2. Another great read was Dawn of DC, Superboy, the Man of Tomorrow. He is always in trouble. This is the Connor story, which I thought this was going to be my first John Kent story. This was a Connor story. Fantastic. Again, issue #2 is so good. He's fighting the Cosmeteers, who are 3 people with these superpowers. And they don't really care about the aftermath, these people. So they capture Connor. They're like taking over planets, or like trying to help. They think they're helping planets out, and they're destroying things around them. Like, so like they cut down this huge tree and knocked down a building, and they didn't care about like the civilians that got killed in it. And Connor was like, you guys could be better than that. And they just don't want to listen to him. And Connor's on his own. This is his first solo story, and he's legit on his own. He gets captured and put in like a jail cell. Real tough. And he's saying like anyone else could get out of this but me. So he's working his way out. He's got this collar on that's like a kryptonite collar. He finally gets out and gets to fight the Cosmeteers. I think they're gonna appear in issue #3 again. This was really good. Another good story, another Dawn of DC book. I got 3 more. I'm gonna do them in order. I got 3 more Dawn of DC books, you guys. Super good stuff. I gotta say, I love it. Superman #4, cut down by the Kryptonite Claw. So this brought back, what was her name? Trav, help me out, man. Moon Knight something. I can't remember her name, Mrs. Moon Knight, something like that, Mrs. Midnight. Um, so Screech, who is a villain, is this innocent girl who, in the beginning of this story, is talking to somebody. They don't show you who, and it makes it sound like she has like a guy over or something, or a girl over, or a significant other of some kind. And she says, "All right, see you later." You don't find out who that person is until the end. Superman is doing his thing, talking to Lex, and Lex is proving to Superman that you using my abilities and my knowledge is helping save so many people. And they go through and show like 6 panels of, I mean, he saved like 2 planets. They created peace on one. They did something else with another. Like they solved a Martian mystery from like 1500 years ago. Like really crazy stuff that Lex Luthor's knowledge is helping. And he's trying to talk Superman through defeating another enemy. And he tells him like, "Oh, like I think you gotta, like, if you cut off her oxygen, she can't fight you." And it gets sick, and Superman knows that Lex is correct, but he keeps saying to Lex, like, "You're gonna be in prison forever." And Lex does something stupid. What's up, Trev? Lex is in jail, and he decides that he's just sitting by a tree reading, and these 2 other inmates are talking about how, oh, there's somebody cooler than Superman, and Lex kind of smirks, and you think they're gonna say him, and they brought up Batman, and he takes like an acorn and he flicks it at a guy, and it gets in his mouth, and he knows that that guy has allergic reactions, and Superman goes there, and he's like, "Why did you do that?" And basically Lex was like, "Because I'm still evil. I'm trying to help you, make you a better person, and save more people." And it's crazy that it works. Um, at the end of it all, you end up seeing that Lois and Superman, I'm sorry, Lois and Jimmy Olsen are talking on the street. Marilyn Moonlight, that's it. Moonlight, not Moon Knight. Marilyn Moonlight. Thank you so much. You end up seeing them come through the ground. It's Superman fighting Screech, and all of a sudden, Jimmy is yelling "Stop!" and Jimmy flat out says, "Superman, don't fight her. I love her." So pretty wild, because Jimmy falls in love with the supervillain. So it sucks, and I think this is going to come down to, a lot of talks from Lois and Clark, and they're going to have to decide what to do. And I have a feeling Lex is going to have to stay involved. So just the way it is right now. Next up, we have Doom Patrol number 3. I'm still liking this. I'm still not great with the characters. So this was a really cool story. This had Robot Man and Negative Man, and in the back is it's Starro, but called Starbro, which is a really weird name. They make fun of it the whole time. And they're basically trying to get him across the country, but they're being chased by the Green Lantern Corps. And at one point, the Green Lantern Corps goes away because there's a call from the OA that like they're in distress, and they say it comes up before this story comes before Green Lantern number 1, which I didn't read yet. So I don't know what comes back. I don't know what comes around. Yes, Screech becomes Livewire. Thank you. But really cool. A lot of comedy in this. Negative Man uses like the negative zone to try and hold back the Green Lanterns, but they know how to fight him. They know how to like just let him waste his time, and he has to go back to the body. And Negative Man figures it out. They think they get away, and they don't. It was still a really good series, I gotta say. I don't think there have been any bad issues in that so far. Really cool for a new run. That's 3 of 6. I think 4 comes out in the next week or two. Next up, great read. We have Green Arrow number 2. So Oliver is in like another universe, I guess you could say, and Black Canary and oh my gosh, I can't remember his name now. It's not Red Robin. They changed his name. His name is Roy. That's why his name is Arsenal. He's lining up because he wants his daughter back. He wants everybody back, and I'm pretty sure Oliver is in another zone with his daughter. So he's talking to her, and they go through this whole area, and they find, I guess, a new villain called Troublemaker. Super cool. That's who this is. Really cool. She kind of dodges all of Oliver's bullets and stuff. It takes him a while to get away from her, and then he gets help from the daughter. I can't remember her name now. Of Arsenal and Speedy, Red Arrow, and Arsenal. Thank you. Yes, it wasn't Red Robin. It was Red Arrow. Oh my god, I said Red Robin. That's the restaurant. But yeah, another great issue. Really like this one. And then at one point, Black Canary and Arsenal have somebody held hostage, and like, who's in charge of all this? And I don't remember. I believe you find out who that is. Let me just double check. Yeah, you do. It ends up being everyone's looking for Amanda Waller too. She's not around. And you end up finding out that Peacemaker and Peacekeeper, I think her name is like the female version of Peacemaker, are the ones like kind of protecting Waller, which obviously sucks for Black Canary and Arsenal. But hey, what are you gonna do? And Oliver starts getting upset because in the universe he starts talking about his son Connor, who was Hawk from Robin, and it gets him really upset. And I think that when he gets super upset or that Connor gets brought up is when he goes into another universe, because they switch to another universe, but they don't tell you when or where it is. So you've got to wait until the next issue to find out. So super great read. So Josh Williamson is writing that Superman, and he's not writing Cyborg. Okay, but really good story. Last but not least, we have the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Usagi Yojimbo number 3. This was a cool story. We finally got a lot of action. So those mole people arrived in the last issue number 2, and they're fighting on like different sides and everything. And they're after like one of the leaders in the Usagi Yojimbo world, but they kind of know of the turtles, the head bad guy. So pretty crazy. Somebody actually dies in this issue, which is really sad. It's the wife of one of the like masters of the Yojimbo universe, and you can see how upset they get, and he wants to go and kill everybody now. He's done. He's had enough. So basically, seems like that they're planning for war. At the same time, the villain behind everything, the mole people go back to them like, we want our pay, and he's like, you'll get paid when the job is done. And like, no, we want our pay now. There's more of us, and we'll dig underground and sink you. And he's like, okay, go for it. And he ends up bringing back a whole bunch of robot samurai, who I think is going to be the final fight between the Usagi Yojimbo, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and them. So super cool. Great read. I love these covers. This might be my cover of the week, to be honest. I'm not really sure. So we're going to dive into cover of the week, read of the week, and the worsts. So I have my read of the week. Worst read of the week is tough. I'm going to go worst read of the week, and it wasn't bad. Was Doom Patrol number 3. Again, not a bad read at all. Just of all the books I read, I think that just makes the bottom of the pile. My least favorite cover of the week, I still don't like these covers at all. I think I keep picking Punisher, but like if you look, there's like no detail in Punisher. I kind of hate that. I like the Cap part a lot, but Cap is also very like not muscular in this one. So I'm going to go worst favorite cover of the week. Cover of the week and read of the week. Cover of the week, I'm going to go with Cyborg. I really thought it was cool. I was excited to get issue number 1. We don't really get a lot of issue number 1s, I feel like, with DC. And my LCS, you get in there and there's all cover B's and C's, so you're paying the extra dollar. But I like how Tim coming out back in his hometown. Welcome back, Victor Stone. And like the football team running out and it's in the stadium with the gas blowing. None of that is involved, but it is the return to his hometown. I thought it was super cool. Very much enjoyed it. Excited for issue number 2. DC is one of those things right now, like this Dawn of DC stuff. I know we're going to get about a 2-month break on it for Night Terrors, but it's one of those things where I don't want to read these in trades. I want to read these now because I think they're so good. And my read of the week is indeed Green Arrow number 2. Super close between this and Cyborg was almost my read of the week, but Green Arrow 2. I really like this. I really like the Oliver stuff. Nice, dude. I really like the Oliver stuff. I love the Black Canary stuff and how she's so in love with him and how he talks about his love for her and how he wants to return home, but how he can't. And he doesn't explain why he can't come home yet. So the mystery behind this, I think, is the best part, especially not knowing where he's going to be in the next issue, knowing that deep down he wants to go home. He can't. He won't let himself. So very excited to see where this leads. I will post all of these onto my Instagram for you guys to see. And then that's all I've got. So I appreciate you guys hanging out. Tomorrow, check out my video in the early afternoon or late morning on how to enter my 400 subscriber giveaway. Like I said, there's going to be at least 2 Grand Slam giveaways with that. There's going to be a signed Miles Morales print by Shannon Mayer I have the comic book community covers giveaway. So I have like the DJ links, the comic burrito. I think Just Rican in his comics. I have his. I have Bearded Comic Bros. Those are all gonna go in there too. So yeah, I'll have at least the 4 giveaways. I'm trying to get to like 5 or 6 to be honest. I hope you guys enter. It'll be easy. The live stream will be Tuesday, the 27th. That's the goal. The Tuesday the 27th, like 7:30. I'm not gonna do it too late. Am I drawing tomorrow? Absolutely, I will draw from work. My new schedule starts tomorrow, which is actually gonna help me draw, Trav, because instead of doing 2 until 10, I'm doing 4 until 12. So I will check out your Instagram post and see who is on and what we're drawing, and then yeah, I'll be able to get it done and get you over one. So my mom also just got me a new sketchbook, so now I keep one at work, which helps. So if it's downtime, I'll absolutely try and draw. So thank you guys again so much for hanging out. I'm just gonna tag up the chat because you guys rock. Remy, thanks so much for hanging out, dude. Trava, as always, you're the man. What the deuce? Appreciate you stopping by. Larry, love the support, man. I have something cool next time I do my my CBC Awards nominations. I'm going to do them live with another email I have. Brandon, thanks for stopping by, dude. Appreciate it. Trev, you're the man. Thank you for hanging out. I know you were hanging out super late last night on Spine Ticks. I appreciate you hanging out tonight, this afternoon as well. Yeah, check out that video tomorrow, Tuesday card short, Thursday Knicks picks. My new schedule kicks in tonight, so very excited to have some normalcy again and have some real content coming back to you guys and push to 500, I guess. I don't know what else is next, so have a great day. I hope you guys all stay safe. Enjoy your comics.